An Ohio contracting company accused of taking homeowners' insurance money and never finishing the work. Investigator Brooks Jarosz is on your side in Northwest Columbus tonight, trying to get these homeowners some help. Brooks?
Yolanda, we have spent months investigating this Northeast Ohio company, all after last year strong storms pelted this Hilliard neighborhood. Now, we're told a sales representative started going door to door looking for business, trying to convince homeowners to let him up on the roof, and he did. He started looking around, then tried to get him to sign some contracts and ultimately sign over the insurance money. But months and months have passed, and many of these homeowners are still left in limbo, wondering if their roof will ever be replaced. And that is when we started investigating. We put on the pressure already. We've gotten one homeowner with a refund. Another homeowner had 3 pallets of shingles just like these show up at his doorstep, but many are still wondering and waiting if they'll ever get their roof replaced. And so we're going to take you inside to see what they're facing now: water damage, other leaks, and then we're going to take you up on the roof new at 6 so you can see what a good roof looks like and have some tips for you on how to choose a good contractor. You don't want to miss it. For now, live in Northwest Columbus, Brooks Jarosz, ABC6 Investigators.
All right, thank you, Brooks. And you don't want to miss Brooks' special investigation, standing up to a missing roofer.
It airs tonight, ABC6 News at 11. We'll also have an expert roofer ready to answer your questions live on our social media center. Just use the hashtag Social6. Well, ABC6 investigates homeowners needing a roof, instead left in limbo. They've waited nearly a year with no progress. Investigator Brooks Jarosz is now on your side, trying to get them some help, and he joins us live from Northwest Columbus. Brooks?
Bob, all of the lawsuits we uncovered point to a similar story: a Northeast Ohio contractor going door to door and convincing homeowners to climb up on the roof so the contractor could take a look. Now, what was he looking for? Well, he was looking for any sort of roof damage, storm damage, missing shingles or damaged shingles, so then he could sign them up with a contract and take the insurance money. But many of those people are still left in limbo. Now, take a bird's eye view. You can see that this roof in this neighborhood doesn't have a lot of damage. No bowing, no major issues, really a nice roof here, but others aren't so lucky. They're left waiting and wondering, and that is when we started investigating. We tracked down this contractor and asked him some questions, found him in court. You're going to hear from him, and also we will expose other issues that these homeowners are facing and have some advice for you on how to protect yourself. Don't miss our special investigation, Standing Up to a Missing Roofer. It airs right here on ABC6 News at 11 tonight. For now, live in Northwest Columbus, Brooks Jarosz, ABC6 Investigators.
All right, thank you, Brooks. Well, homeowners in need of a roof are fed up after waiting a year and getting no results. Investigator Brooks Jarosz has spent months digging into this Ohio contracting company. He's joining us now live from the social media center. Brooks?
Hey there, Yo. Yeah, we are working to get nearly a dozen homeowners some help. They signed up with a contracting company, and like you mentioned, they're still waiting, in some cases with their roofs now leaking, and they just want to see it all fixed. After spring storms slammed a Hilliard neighborhood last year, we're told a sales rep from a Northeast Ohio contracting company started going door to door. He convinced several homeowners to let him on the roof, sign contracts, and then ultimately sign over insurance checks. But months upon months have passed, and more than a dozen homeowners are still left in limbo. That's when we started investigating. And after putting on the pressure, one of our homeowners was refunded. Another just got roofing materials delivered late last week. But others are still waiting and worried their roofs will never get replaced. You don't want to miss our special investigation, Standing Up to a Missing Roofer. It airs tonight on our sister station, ABC6 News at 11 o'clock. Right now in our social media center, I want to introduce Mike Lang. He's with Able Roof. Good to have you here, Mike.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on in. He's going to be here to answer any questions about roofing repairs, selecting a reputable contractor, and how to avoid a scam. So if you have a question, you can get in touch with him by going to our ABC6 Facebook page. Just search WSYX. You can post your comments under the story we just put up there. Send Mike a message right now and get that advice you need. For now, we're in the social media center. I'm Investigator Brooks Jarosz, Fox 28 News.
I want my roof fixed. I want my roof fixed.
Homeowners all fired up and frustrated after they say an Ohio contractor took their insurance money but has not replaced their roofs. It started with a tip to ABC6 investigators.
Brooks Jarosz spent months digging into the complaints, lawsuits, and the cases of those folks left in limbo. And Brooks joins us now live in the studio with an update.
Guys, a Hilliard neighborhood was hit hard by this storm 1 year ago. And shortly after, homeowners say a sales rep came knocking and contracts were getting signed for roof replacement. Now, many months later, they're still waiting and wondering what's next.
Slowly, the signs of spring bring a change in the weather, but what hasn't changed is the sign of setbacks.
There's a shingle in the gutter here. You can see one that's come down off of there.
Expecting a new roof, Tom Chimita is still left waiting. He signed up with Mac Contracting last summer following the spring storms. He says an employee was going door to door looking for business.
So I was probably the perfect person for them to sell a roof to, not knowing anything about shingles or roofs.
Chimita was given this letter stating Mac Contracting had more than 2,000 happy clients and an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. We checked, and right now Mac Contracting has a C and 24 complaints since 2013.
I don't trust them.
Other neighbors like Chris say the 90-day promise to get the roof replaced has come and gone. And even with the nice weather, Chris is skeptical that she'll ever see the thousands of dollars in insurance money signed over to Mac Contracting.
I'm sitting on how stupid can I be? But it's a smooth, slick game that they talk.
The man at the center of Mac Contracting is President and CEO Brett McClafferty. Records show the business is based in Aurora, Ohio, just this tiny office suite, hours from that Hilliard neighborhood. Since the summer of 2013, we found Chris, like nearly 24 others, filed complaints against Mac Contracting with the Ohio Attorney General's office.
I want my roof fixed. I want my roof fixed.
ABC6 investigators uncovered at least 9 civil suits filed in 2 Northeast Ohio counties, all alleging Mac Contracting and Brett McClafferty took the insurance money and never did the work, and in some instances never even ordered the roofing supplies.
The product was never shipped. The product was never paid for.
The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation has been looking into many of those cases. In Summit County, this criminal indictment spells it out. Grand theft, a 4th-degree felony. The Taylors say they signed a contract in 2013, but Mac Contracting never replaced the roof.
Brett McClafferty is being prosecuted for theft because Brett McClafferty committed theft.
A motion led to this April 9th hearing to try to get the criminal case dismissed. McClafferty's lawyer compares it to another case, claiming the issue should be handled as a civil matter.
And it sure sounds arbitrary when the defendant in the civil case is similarly situated to my client in the criminal case.
McClafferty spoke with ABC6 investigators by phone and says he always had intentions of doing the work. Just a couple weeks ago, McClafferty was also indicted criminally for passing bad checks to suppliers. He admitted to 7 homeowners that still need their roofs replaced in Hilliard, which he intends to fix in the coming weeks.
Should they be worried that you've taken the money and haven't done the work?
McClafferty said on the phone, now that the weather is broken, we're obviously moving forward with our obligations under those contracts. And I think the customers will be very satisfied with the end results.
I don't feel that they can be trusted.
Another neighbor who didn't want to be identified says after months of no results, he received a certified letter in the mail explaining his roof wouldn't get finished until spring because of winter weather. And even though his insurance check was cashed, he never saw any materials despite repeat claims he would.
And they never showed up.
They've never showed up.
After weeks of pressure, promises of a refund, and knowing ABC6 investigators were on the case, McClafferty sent us this picture of a check to prove he was sending money back. It was for nearly $6,000, a payment the neighbor says he waited months for and successfully cashed.
No, nothing. Nothing since the end of December. No contact.
Still others, like Lucinda Gardner, are left waiting for a refund and watching her roof leak.
And yet, here's another one.
Despite signing a contract last summer, she too was told she would have to wait until spring.
I want the money back. I don't want them to touch my roof, and I want another roofing contractor to do my roof.
McClafferty said in an email you can't expect an Eskimo to build an igloo in Ohio during the summer, and you can't expect a roofer to finish all jobs in the month of April when it's been snowing and raining. He did give us a short list of satisfied homeowners. One told us a subcontractor completed the work and did a good job, but another we found filed a complaint with the Attorney General, claiming the insurance money was taken and the work wasn't finished. Neighbors say it was finally done in late November, and a third is upset, telling ABC6 investigators Mac Contracting did the work, but his roof still leaks.
Like, these people are kind of like ambulance chasers.
For Tom Chimita, he wants the leaks to stop and a new roof to get started.
Just kind of laying there, it's loose, it's falling off.
This time sooner rather than later.
McClafferty told us to give him several weeks to fix the roofs. We waited a month, and so far, only one neighbor has had roofing supplies delivered. That just happened Friday. McClafferty says the roofs will be completed soon, and a recent letter explains Mac Contracting is merging with another company. McClafferty says that's to expedite things and increase buying power for his company. I'm investigator Brooks Jarosz, ABC6 News.
All right, Brooks, nice work, and we're happy to have in studio with us tonight Mike Lang from Able Roof, who's been answering questions, your questions, here in the Social 6 Media Center all evening long, and getting a fair bit of activity.
Yeah, getting some good questions. Happy to answer. I'll be here all night, well, at least 11:30.
Yeah, we won't make you stay till midnight. What does somebody need to ask? What sort of questions if they're looking to hire a reputable roofer?
Sure, you always need to do your homework. So, third-party endorsements, Better Business Bureau, great place to start. Ask for referrals and do please check on them. And then, of course, endorsements from third parties are always good. Sure. Another thing to look at, longevity. How long have they been in business?
Yeah, and if you can get that recommendation from somebody that perhaps has used you before, that's a good way to go.
Best way to go every time.
All right. Mike, thanks again. We'll let you get back to work here in the Social Media Center.
Thank you.
Hashtag Social6, the hashtag to use. And we'll tell you again, if you want to send Brooks and the crew, the investigators, a tip, we'd love to hear from you. You can do it a couple of ways. One is by phoning 255 News, or you can send them an email to tips@abc6onyourside.com. Brooks Jarosz and Tom Soucy also on Facebook and Twitter. You can just look them up there.